Hello YouTube, this is my review of the Savage Edge / Axis rifle. To alleviate any confusion, this originally was released as the Edge. It is now called the Axis. Name was changed by Savage. I believe they had some sort of copyright issue with some other company. But in any case, just housekeeping stuff really. Now this is one of the new breed of very reasonably priced entry-level rifles. They're aimed at the type of shooters that aren't year-round shooters. They pull the rifle out, a couple weeks before deer season, take it out to the range and make sure it's still zeroed, hunt through deer season, and then it goes back into the closet until deer season rolls around the next year. That aside, it is still a very good rifle. Now, Savage went a long way to cut costs with this rifle, and as a result, it is very cheap. It's quoted on their website as being $325. $350. I walked out of the store for about $325 thereabouts, which by comparison is the same as what I paid for a Savage 17 HMR rifle. Just by comparison. Now, bolt action, obviously. The bolt is very similar to the Savage Model 110 bolt. Fairly smooth. It does have a fairly big arc, so while it doesn't interfere with this scope, you might want to check clearances on whatever scope you're going to mount on the rifle, because this bolt handle may have clearance issues with scopes with a larger, I believe this is the ocular barrel, correct me if I'm wrong. Stock is really, honestly, this is the at least in my mind, where Savage really cut costs with this rifle. It is pretty plasticky, but it's perfectly serviceable. Real effective recoil pad. No Savage AccuTrigger, but it's not really a problem. To quote nothing fancy here, the philosophy of use for this rifle really, is something you need to consider. It was not designed to be an ultra accurate target rifle. It also doesn't have a ball barrel. It has a lightweight sporter barrel. The lightweight stock and the lightweight barrel, it makes it much more pleasant to carry around in the woods. I mean, in all honesty, I have a Remington 700 with a bull barrel and a heavy Kevlar stock and a big old scope on it, which weighs upwards of 14 pounds. This lightweight rifle, I'd actually be a lot more apt to carry around in the woods all day long than the heavier rifle. Anyhow, it feeds out of a 4-round box magazine. Savage makes this rifle in a plethora of calibers. This particular one is chambered in .270. Now, they all use the same receiver. So you notice this receiver is quite long. And that's because they sell this rifle in 30-aught, 270, 308, 2506, I believe, 22 250, 223. Most of the popular centerfire cartridges are sold for this rifle. Safety, right back here, big old thumb safety, real easy to turn on and off with gloves on. Now this is one of the big argument points for people about this rifle. Kind of the love it or hate it point. It's this real thin grip. Personally, I like it. Up here in Maine, deer hunting, by the time deer hunting season rolls around, generally, you're already wearing gloves. It's pretty chilly by then. So I actually kind of like this thinner grip. It makes it a little more comfortable when I'm wearing gloves, when I'm out in the woods. Let's see, what else have I got here? Accuracy. Even though it is a, let's face it, it's a pretty cheap rifle, it is still quite accurate, more than accurate enough for hunting purposes, because, again, let's not forget, most shots hunting, especially if you hunt in the Northeast, that you'll be lucky to take a shot longer than 150 yards. The smallest groups I've had with this rifle were about 2 inches at 100 yards with just cheap Walmart ammo. So more than accurate enough for hunting. Let's see, what else have I got here? Well, just to sum it up, pros, again, cost, very, very reasonably priced rifle. It is more than accurate enough for hunting. It's lightweight, so it's not an issue to carry it around in the woods all day long. Cons, I'm not gonna lie, this stock is very plasticky, very cheap. Yeah, the barrel is free floated, but the stock is so flexible that really, if you're shooting off Ventress, and particularly if you're shooting with a bipod like this Harris, it will touch. The stock will flex and touch the barrel. But again, remembering the philosophy of use, it is not meant to be a super accurate target rifle. It's meant as a rifle that's going to be carried around in the woods for hunting. So, while as a con, it's not, how can I say this? It's not Savage cutting any real corners. You know, they never build this rifle as an ultra accurate target rifle. I really like it, even given its flaws, and let's face it, no rifle is perfect. Give it a try, and I think you'll really like it.